morning, friends. Sorry for the delay. I was doing some prep for an interview that I have at noon, and then I was chit-chatting with the bestie, and time flew by. But we're ready for our Bible reading / studying for today. And today I'm doing it a little bit different. I have my laptop open. I did take some time to prep some talking points, and we're reading Job chapters 3 and 4. And you guys need to listen, okay? You need to listen, and then we're going to have some discussions. Also, yes, I don't judge. I need to figure out what's happening, but we treating it. So without any more chit chats, let's jump right into it. Again, we're reading Job chapters 3 and 4, and then I have some talking points, and then we'll just close it out, okay? So let's jump right in.
Job 3. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. He said, "May the day of my birth perish, and the night that said, a boy is conceived. That day, may it turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine on it. May gloom and utter darkness claim it once more. May a cloud settle over it. May blackness overwhelm it. That night, may thick darkness seize it. May it not be included among the days of the year, nor be entered in any of the months. May that night be barren. May no shout of joy be heard in it. May those who curse days curse that day, those who are ready to rouse Leviathan. May its morning stars become dark. May it wait for daylight in vain, and not see the rays of dawn. For it did not shut the doors of the womb on me to hide trouble from my eyes. Why did I not perish at birth and die as I came from the womb? Why were there knees to receive me and breasts that I might be nursed? For now I would be lying down in peace. I would be asleep and at rest with kings and rulers of the earth, who built for themselves places now lying in ruins, with princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not hidden away in the ground, like a stillborn child, like an infant who never saw the light of day? There the wicked cease from turmoil, and there the weary are at rest. Captives also enjoy their ease. They no longer hear the slave drivers shout. The small and the great are there, and the slaves are freed from their owners. Why is light given to those in misery, and life to the bitter of soul? To those who long for death that does not come, who search for it more than for hidden treasure, who are filled with gladness and rejoice when they reach the grave? Why is life given to a man whose way is hidden, whom God has hedged in? For sighing has become my daily food. My groans pour out like water. What I feared has come upon me. What I dreaded has happened to me. I have no peace, no quietness. I have no rest, but only turmoil." Job 4. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, "If someone ventures a word with you, will you be impatient? But who can keep from speaking? Think how you have instructed many, how you have strengthened feeble hands. Your words have supported those who stumbled. You have strengthened faltering knees. But now trouble comes to you, and you are discouraged. It strikes you, and you are dismayed. Should not your piety be your confidence, and your blameless ways your hope? Consider now, who being innocent has ever perished? Where were the upright ever destroyed? As I have observed, those who plow evil and those who sow trouble reap it. At the breath of God they perish. At the blast of his anger they are no more. The lions may roar and growl, yet the teeth of the great lions are broken. The lion perishes for lack of prey, and the cubs of the lioness are scattered. A word was secretly brought to me. My ears caught a whisper of it. Amid disquieting dreams in the night, When deep sleep falls on people, fear and trembling seized me and made all my bones shake. A spirit glided past my face, and the hair on my body stood on end. It stopped, but I could not tell what it was. A form stood before my eyes, and I heard a hushed voice. Can a mortal be more righteous than God? Can even a strong man be more pure than his Maker? If God places no trust in his servants, if he charges his angels with error, how much more those who live in houses of clay, whose foundations are in the dust, who are crushed more readily than a moth? Between dawn and dusk they are broken to pieces, unnoticed. They perish forever. Are not the cords of their tent pulled up, so that they die without wisdom? Job 5.
Now, I hope you were listening, because again, I have a few talking points. The first one is, God can handle your honesty. Job didn't curse God. But he did pour out his pain. He questioned. He grieved. He wished he hadn't been born. And God didn't strike him down for it. That's because lamentation is not lack of faith. Silence is often more dangerous than your honesty. Psalm 62:8 tells you, pour out your heart to him, for God is your refuge. Like, if you don't rely on him, who are you going to rely on? Right? Number 2, pain doesn't always come with immediate answers. Job wants an explanation. He wants to know why. But in chapter 3 and 4, all he got from God was silence. And what he did get was the opinion of other people. Now, the point here is sometimes the lesson isn't the answer. It's learning to trust God when we don't yet have an answer. And that's hard. Because we're in a world that we all want instant gratification. But God is not an instant gratification God. He is a forever God. And we need to learn to wait on his timing. Number 3, be careful who you listen to when you're hurting. Now, Eliphaz, in chapter 4, right? He assumes that suffering equals sin. He speaks truth mixed in with assumptions, and that's dangerous. Not every voice that sounds spiritual is speaking from God's heart. Discernment matters, especially when you're grieving, because listening to the wrong words will have you all confused and going on the wrong path. Proverbs 18:21 says, words can heal and can harm. So just be careful what you listen to or who you listen to. Number 4, suffering is not proof of disobedience. Eliphaz believes God only afflicts the wicked. But we know the full story. Job is righteous. Hard seasons are not automatic evidence that you've missed God. Sometimes they are evidence that you're being trusted. Like, we have to realize God allowed this to happen to prove that Job was faithful. Not the other way around. Not to hurt him. Yeah, he was hurt. But that was not the point. Number 5, don't rush people through their pain. Job's friends started strong by sitting in silence, right? They were listening. They were just hearing him out, letting him pour out his heart, his soul, his pain, his suffering. But then they opened their mouths and made it worse. Presence often ministers more than advises. Not every moment needs a sermon. Like, Job just needed his friends there to hear him out, to be a shoulder to cry on. Not for their 2 cents, not for their opinions, not for their assumptions. He just needed a friend. Number 6, faith doesn't always mean you feel strong. It means you stay. Job stayed. even confused, even broken, even grieving, he stayed and he was faithful. Faith isn't pretending you're okay. It's refusing to walk away when you're not. Job was not okay. He was suffering. He was struggling. He was hoping he would die. But what didn't change was his faith for God. And that's how we have, when we're going through, like even myself right now, I'm going through this part of my life where I'm changing my circles. I'm changing my surroundings. I still have trouble. I still, I don't have a job. And, it could get sad, grieving, depressing. But I'm faithful because I know God will provide. I know God will get me out of this hole. I know God wants better for me. And that was Job. That was Job 100%. He knew no matter what he was going through, even though he wished for his own death, that God would not let him die. Job's 13:15 says, though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. Again, even though he's allowing me to go through this, I will have my faith. Now, I want you to ask yourself, okay? Am I being honest with God or am I hiding my pain? Think about it. And if you're brave enough, put it in the comments. But I want you to think about these questions, okay? Am I listening to God or just the loudest voice around me? Think about that. Can I trust God even when I don't understand him? I'm going to read those questions for you one more time. Am I being honest with God or am I hiding my pain? Am I listening to God or just the loudest voice around me? Can I trust God even when I don't understand him? With that, I end this live, and I hope that this showed you that no matter what you're going through, God's got you. Don't listen to the people around you. Don't listen to that angry voice even inside you. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to question. It's not okay to lose your faith. Because your faith connected to God is what's going to get you through whatever it is you're going through. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Have a blessed day.